It happens to the best of us.
Just scared of the encounter.
Yeah, I figured as much. Like it's the best getaway, right?
Strategy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Simply
He's
not
really
be.
playing the meta really well.
I completely agree. Okay, so last time we stopped with you entering the lair of Venomfang, the green dragon you have defeated in I think it was the session before the previous one. You found out that his lair is basically protected by two clans of orcs, and while Anderest managed to set them against each other, the rest of the gang sneaked down into the lair itself and eventually found the room, like the treasure room. It's a mighty hall covered with gold, gems, all kinds of art pieces, and crates full of coins. And this whole chamber is basically surrounded by 5 statues of young elven maids. And as you started exploring this room, some of you fell victim to the statues. Should I say the magic of those statues? And if I remember correctly, let me just check it real quick. As far as
dominated.
yeah, so I think
Just
Anderist's
it was just the earth elemental.
the earth elemental is definitely dominated, and so is Quarian.
Yeah.
And
Someone
we
decided to come in here even though we said don't come in here.
yeah. And we have just started a new round with Rukvi just if I remember correctly, Rukvi just stood outside of the chamber, watching as Andrest and Quarian got in. Galen and Pelias, I think you two are still outside, right?
I'm inside. I'm right next to the earth elemental, fighting it out.
Okay. Okay. Okay then. Oh wait, everything.
Did I screw up?
Yeah.
Oh shit.
No, that's fine.
I can turn it off. I can turn it off.
I'm not talking about this. My layout changed because I was looking at Pelias and then I can see your ugly face. So.
Yeah, my aspect ratio is wrong. This is.
Oh my god. No, that's fine. That's fine.
Oh, you can actually see his face now. I still just see the profile pic.
Yeah, I can see him.
I got video.
I'm just.
Aren't you guys special?
I'm just correcting the layout. That's it. You look good as always, Emiliano.
Thanks. A bit squashed, but
come on. I'm no critic, as you can see.
But you also look good.
Thank you. You're not the first one telling me this today. So
I mean, tell your DM he looks good. Rule number 1.
So we are just starting a new round, and I will, since Anderest goes first, I will rule out that he screams in a high-pitched voice and escapes the room. No, he actually casts a spell and disappears. And then you can hear him rustle through the treasures, probably seeking something. And we are moving to Galen. So Galen, you stand right next to the earth elemental, who is bound on trying to kill you all. What do you want to do?
I'm going to punch the earth elemental.
Okay. Just to remind you, last time that we stopped, all of the statues kind of changed their form and they're hiding their faces from something, and 4 creatures have emerged from the treasures. Basically composing themselves out of broken bits of metal armor, helmets, shields, swords. They are hollowed in from the inside, but they form this knightly figure of menace. So, Galen, yes, punch the earth elemental
Yeah.
if you please.
No, I refuse. I've rolled a 3 and 4, so I refuse to punch the earth elemental. I'm just going to like do some shadow boxing over in the corner. Hoo ha ha! Look at me, I'm not dangerous. And then as a bonus action, I'm going to spend a key point to do patient defense, so I have dodge. So anything attacking me have disadvantage.
Okay, good.
Sounds like a plan since I'm so bad today.
Yeah. So he looks at you, kind of looking at his body after you kind of tried to hit him. He's surprised that you didn't, and then he attacks you. So he has disadvantage, you say?
Yeah.
Okay. Let's roll 2d20s. So that's a 3 and a 1. Whew, that was amazing. Which I don't think is doing actually something. So the 3 is an 11. So nope. So he's very slow, kind of trying to grab you and turn you into pulp, but you're too fast for him. So it doesn't work for him. Amazing. Next is Pelias.
Muted Pelias.
Yeah. I don't remember my position too well where we left off.
If I remember correctly, I mean, I do remember that I wrote down that only Rukvi is outside, so you can be wherever you are in the room.
I think you were close to me and the earth elemental and shapeshifted into something, as far as I remember.
Yeah.
Like an air elemental or something.
Oh yeah, I might have been an air elemental, but I think I missed a roll on some
I don't think you were charmed because I don't have it written down. I know that Queren is and the Earth Elemental is.
Okay, because I think I can remember missing the roll on the charm. But if you say I might have.
No, I wrote the recap, so but yeah.
Okay.
You got the benefit of the doubt. I don't remember.
Very nice.
And it's not like anybody can go back and check what it was, so whatever we say.
No, we can.
Impossible.
Yeah, we can have a look at 2 hours of our previous session, but
Is Galen hurt?
no, the Earth Elemental is trying to grab him, but
From last session, yeah, like I missed like a third of my hit points, so
Okay.
still sort of okay.
That's not.
Yeah, roll initiative after maybe this round.
Okay.
Rukvi, so yeah, roll initiative.
Yeah, so I will slap the earth elemental then.
12.
12? Okay. Oh, that was a mistake. Yeah, so Pelias, what do you want to do?
Yeah, I'm gonna attack the earth elemental.
Okay.
And that's a 24 and a 19.
So, let me check. Both hit.
Nice. Okay, so that's gonna be. Okay, so that's a total of 25 damage.
Good. Okay, 25 points of damage. So you hit him, and chunks of earth kind of fall out of him. He looks pissed, but still on its feet. This is good. Anything else, Pelias?
Nope.
Okay, so Quarian, how do you want to deal with all those enemies around you?
So, how does it work with the Dominator? I mean, I see a lot of creatures? All of them are my enemies, or is just my previous friends are my enemies, and the new 4 creatures are allies?
Yes, exactly. So so basically Galen, Rukvi, Pelias, and Forgar. These are your targets. So
Are they conveniently located within a 40 feet diameter?
yeah, I would say.
Fireball.
I would say.
Then I'll try to fireball them all.
Oh no.
Okay.
Okay,
Attack.
so that's 46, 86. Sorry. Okay, it's 10, 18.
Is that even hitting Rugby? He was outside.
The Rukvi is still outside, so.
So
Okay,
just out of the 3 of us. That's
All right,
enough.
so 36 points of damage. Save DC 17.
Oh, I should have never gotten out of bed today. well, Trendy rolls like twice every time. And for those who
What
don't
save is
Trendy
it?
can see what I just rolled.
That's a double critical failure. Wow.
That's a 20 if we put together. Since I have a +9,
Amazing.
What?
once.
Dex
Amazing.
save?
Seven. Yeah. DC 17.
Yes.
Yeah.
Good. Good.
Sorry, guys.
Well, I
Okay.
still take half damage, but that was.
Wait, what? 30 what?
36.
Oh my god.
1,000 damage.
Deck
Yeah.
save. Yeah, I missed
So
the deck save.
the explosion rattles the chamber, and pieces of metal and coins kind of fly into the air. The explosion sucks all the air out of the chamber and then brings it back like an atomic explosion.
Well, maybe I'm not gonna go in there.
Nice. Yeah. Okay, great.
Do I get to do like another saving throw, or is it something that I need that it just lasts for a while?
It lasts for a while.
Okay.
You'll have to figure out how to kind of avoid it. So at this point, the 4 armored beings spring and attack. They will gang on Galen because he looks so dangerous. So they all float towards you, and then like mechanic creatures, wink, 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 wink.
At least I still have disadvantage on attacking me, but with my luck today, we're just going to roll 220s now.
So is it all of their attacks?
All of the attack have disadvantage, yeah.
Okay, so each of them has 2 attacks. So I will roll, and there are 4 of them, so it's 8, 16.
And my AC is 18.
Oh, come on.
So I'm sure you'll hit me like with half of the attacks.
Okay, so let's see. So this is not, wait, what's the bonus? Their bonus is, okay. So the first, I'm gonna call only those who are kind of, maybes. Oh, you told me it's an 18, so that's a miss, a miss, a miss, a miss, a miss, a hit, a miss, and another hit. So just 2 hits from 8 attacks, which is this. Okay, I got this. So a mere, that's 14 plus 8, so 22 points of, 14 plus 4. Wait. No, plus 8. Okay, sorry. So 22 points of slashing damage from those creatures.
Good.
Just
good.
stand there.
I'm
Stand there.
just going to bleed all over them. Just bleed
Why are
and
you?
bleed and bleed.
Why are you moving so fast? Just standing for a while.
Because I'm pretty much dead. That's why.
Okay,
It's
four
the
guard.
blood loss is making me stack
Yes.
around.
You go. What do you want to do?
Yes, I am. You're looking hurt, eh, Galen?
Just a tad. Just a tad.
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
I might be able to survive one hit.
All right. Well, I will run up to Galen and cast Cure Wounds.
Okay. Yeah, so
And
you kind of shove between the shoulder blades of the shoulders of those creatures,
yeah,
going into the circle of blades that come up, up and down.
yep,
Okay.
totally in on that. And he can have 10.
Okay.
Well, thank you.
This is all he says.
I'm bleeding slightly less now.
Right?
Yeah.
Right?
My paper cut of the finger is gone.
Okay.
Got you. Got
So-
you.
So Enderist shouts, "I nearly found it. Let's just hold on for a second." And I'm moving the turn to Galen. Yes. So
Okay. I think I might need to do a strategic retreat. just for some reason. It's the tactical offensive thing to do. I'm going
Yeah.
I'm
So
going to
yes.
spend a key point
to charge.
no, a key point to be able to disengage.
Oh, disengage. Okay, I thought the
Anti-charge.
Action.
flurry of blows, something.
So I don't get those like 5 bonus attacks on me, 3 attacks on me when I'm away. And then I'm going to run over to Quarian and slap him gently with my fist to his nose repeatedly until he stops casting fireballs at us.
Wait, but a disengage is an action, right? Oh, you can do it a bonus action for you.
That's a
Right,
bonus
that's cool.
point. Yeah. So
Okay.
It's a 24 to hit you, Quarian.
How much? 24. I believe you hit.
Okay.
Really?
For
Yeah.
11 points of damage. Just
That's
gently snapping you. Snap out of it, Quarian. Like.
And you break his jaw. Snap out of it. Oh no, not your jaw.
Okay.
Snap it back in.
Does it seem to have any effect on him other than hurting him?
Let's see. I don't think so.
Well, then I'll just punch him again.
Dun, ta-dun, ta-dun,
Just
ta-dun.
one statue, or how many statues are?
Yes, you need to make a saving throw.
Me?
Yes.
Okay.
Little slaps,
Crap.
please.
Nope.
Big
Sorry.
slaps.
Okay.
So wisdom saving throw, right? I got a
Yes.
6.
Okay. So
So I'll say it again. Snap out of it and punch him again. or maybe just to make sure my point get through, kick him in the
No.
balls.
that's
Gently, please.
Yes.
double damage if it works.
Well, 28 to hit for 10 points of damage.
Ouch. That's it. No more children for me.
Half for each.
You have enough. You have one.
I can't even imagine what it like. How does it feel to take 10 points of damage to your groin? Like, just 1 point of damage seems like way over the top.
Yeah.
So 10 points of damage. Okay. So yeah, Quarian, another saving throw.
Alright.
Wake,
Another dice.
snap out of it. Boom, boom. He kind of kicks his balls like again and again and again and again.
You got a 16.
And I didn't give him time to actually say that he was fine.
I got a 16 this time.
I actually don't think it was enough. Let me check.
Yeah.
I don't think.
Wisdom is
Maybe.
like one of my worst saving throws.
Uh,
Who am I kidding?
What's going on here? Oh no, I think it's fine. I think it's fine. It was either that or 17. I'm not sure, but let's go
You're
with
prone
16.
for the next 2 minutes.
Okay.
Yeah, you're
I
crying.
snap out of it.
You're
I snap out of it
crying.
and I scream in pain. In a very high-pitched scream of pain.
Good. I get ready to punch him again.
Please don't!
No,
I'm okay
that's not what you're protecting. Like not here, not here. Like just don't.
Sadly, I'm all out of attacks, so I have to end my turn here.
Amazing. Thank you, Galen. You've been most helpful. Rukvi, you get to act now if you want.
I charge in and I see the 2 magical constructs and then the 4 tap.
Okay, so as you charge in, one of the elven maidens kind of uncover her face and she points at you, and you need to make a wisdom saving throw.
Okay. Also, I have the daylight spell on my shield, by the way. So it's
Okay.
like a massive amount of wall or of light. Intelligence?
Wisdom.
Thank God. 17.
How much?
17.
17? No, I'm afraid it's not enough. No, I'm just kidding.
Okay, thank God.
Great. So you kind of resist the commanding power of these elven maids, and you manage to get into the room. What do you want to do? You have the earth elemental standing in the middle of the room with a bunch of hovering armors, wielding swords, looking at Galen, who just fled them. And Quirion seems to be clutching.
Not fleeing. It was a strategic decision. I needed to
Right.
go snap Quirion out of it.
Right. And
Yeah.
Quirion is crutching, crying, holding his balls.
I will run as close as I can. We'll get into melee combat with the earth elemental
Okay.
and the constructs. But once I get there, I'm going to use a bonus action and use Misty Step. Get past them and get to the statues.
Ooh, that's nice. Okay, cool.
And then I'm going to unleash. It's 1 on the first one. 19 on the second one, though.
Okay, so you're trying to topple them with your hammer or something like that?
Exactly. The first one I can see, I'm going to smash it. Probably like I smashed that the statue of the Yucatoa thingies, the Kawagan or whatever they were.
Okay.
Aim for the ankle or like the weak point in the statue, and do 11 bludgeoning damage. So 13 the radiant damage.
Good. So with that hit, you topple one of the statues. Let me just write it down.
Yeah, we on here.
It isn't broken because it's not it's not enough damage, but you manage to topple it, and as it falls, you see it kind of tries to break the fall. So as if it is like a living creature, but as it hits the ground, you can definitely hear it. It's made of stone, so. And then it falls. The face of the woman depicted in the statue seems to be in pain. Anything else, Wookie?
Just say, hit the damn statues. And then I move to the next statue.
Okay, I need someone to make a roll for the earth elemental now that one of the statues has fallen. And it's its turn, so.
Anybody want to go?
I'll do it.
Yes, I feel like you don't want me to.
17.
17 is amazing, so it's
I
not.
don't know what the modifier is.
No, 17 is fine. Oh, you think it's stupid? So let me check. I have it right here. So no, wisdom is without any modifier, so you're good. So it's not charmed, which is awesome. So on its turn, it will Enderist kind of shout, yeah, topple one of the statues. So it walks. I need one of you to make 2 attacks plus 8 to hit on behalf of this creature.
One is 21. The other one is 19.
Okay.
Right.
So another statue down.
How
Can
many
you-
hours are in total?
5.
Okay.
Emiliano, can you roll damage?
Is it?
How
Me?
much?
Like my damage?
No, for the statue. So for the Earth Elemental, it's 2d8 plus 5. Twice.
It's 12. Second one is 14.
Okay. 26 points of damage, not enough to break it, but it is down, and the face appears distressed, like the expression on the face. Pelias, your turn.
Muted.
I will follow Ruby's advice and hit one of the statues.
You will, I mean, you're standing right next to the bunch
Mm.
of, okay, so you don't
Yeah,
mind.
yeah. Wait, a bunch of?
There's 4
or
of
just
them.
Earth Elemental?
Doesn't.
There are
I mean,
4.
that's a lot of hits to take. Wait, no, but there's not 4 enemies hitting me if I move away.
Yeah, there are. Like each of them can do a 1 melee attack against you.
Okay, okay, I have a better idea. I think I'm just gonna do a whirlwind attack.
Okay.
Each creature. Okay.
Yeah, that's cool.
So each creature in the elemental space must make a DC 13 strength saving throw. Take
Okay.
damage and is flung up to 20 feet away in a random direction and knocked prone.
Am I right up in there? I went into wherever Galen was,
Yes.
and then he GTFO'd.
Well,
Yeah.
Does
I
that
hope
put
you
me
guys
right
have,
in the middle of this?
I hope you guys have really good strength saves, but
You get a
So
plus 3 to the save, probably, I guess.
So the
Paladin.
highest score they managed to put up was a 14.
okay, yeah, 14 is a safe.
Okay, but that was like the highest score. The rest are way lower than that.
Yeah, everybody it's a DC 13, so 13
Yeah.
and below takes full damage.
Okay.
Awesome. I got a 9.
Oh no, wait. That's wrong. I wrote something wrong. This is the correct roll. So it's 15 damage
Okay.
and flung away 20 feet in a random direction and knocked prone.
Okay, so it's
And
like
if they strike something, just tell me because they take additional damage.
okay. So you know
Wall
what?
or something.
Since you flung them in random directions, roll a d20 like percentile die for each one of them, and if it's below 20, you hit one of the statues.
Oh, okay, great. Okay, that's a 7. That's a 40. How many am I supposed to roll?
Below 20.
Two more. No.
2 more. Okay. 94. Yeah, so I rolled 1 7. 1 below 20.
Only one.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's another statue down as one of the armored creatures crash into it. That's amazing.
That's nice. Okay.
Yes, amazing. Okay, good. That was actually very nice. Quarian, you're up.
Okay. These objects, these statues, I'm guessing probably can't be animated themselves, right? Because they're already animated. I can't animate objects on them.
It makes sense. Yes.
Okay. What about the creatures that the Pelias just threw around? They're just like scattered, right? They can't catch all of them in a fireball right now.
Right. Right.
Okay, so I'm going to like animate some of the coins around the statues.
Okay.
Then one of the statues is up, and I'm going to try to attack. And I'll use tiny ones, so that's 10 attacks. I'll split them 5 to each one of the standing ones. There
Okay.
are 2 standing.
Two standing
right?
ones. Correct.
Okay, so let's go. Ah, wait, sorry, I need to hit them first. Sorry.
Yeah. Go for the damage straight.
Yeah, I tend to do that. Okay, so that's the lowest one I got is a 12. The other ones I got 24, 20, and a critical, plus another 24.
Okay. So yeah, all hits. Because
Even the
there's
12.
yeah, they just stand
Okay.
there.
All right, so just a minute. That is 1, 3, 6, 7 plus. So that's 10 points of damage to the first statue.
Okay.
Second one, I have one critical failure and one 15. 15. Who said it hit, right?
Yes.
Okay. Okay, and another one that hits. So that's 4 hits.
Okay.
That's sorry. 1, 4, 6, 8, 10. That's 30 damage, and the previous one was also 30 damage. I'm sorry, I forgot to add the 20.
Okay, so 30 damage. You managed to chip large chunks out of it, off of it, but they don't fall down. They're still up, and they try to protect themselves. But after they kind of position themselves, they freeze. So it's only a momentary animation effect.
Okay. As
Yep.
a move action, I'm going to try to take cover from the creatures that Pelias just struck.
Okay, that's good. So on their turn, on those creatures' turn, they are going to look around and fixate on the guy who flung them. But they need to kind of get up and then move, right? Like I'm assuming getting up is a move action. Yes.
It takes half the move.
Oh, half their move. Then that's fine, I think. It's not. How far did you flung them?
I think it was 20 feet, you said. You're still.
Yeah, 20 feet.
Okay, so yeah, they can't. So they just okay. They spring back onto their feet, and then they rush towards you, but they don't manage to get to you just yet. So that's good. Forgar.
Yeah. So I got flung. I'm prone, so I'm gonna use half my movement to stand up. Am I near any of the other guys that got flung? Which way did I get?
So roll a d like a percentile. Let's see if you hit a statue. Forgot about you.
80.
80, no. So you just flew into one of the corners of the chamber, landing in a pile of gold. Anders kind of, oh, get out of here! I'm looking for books, treasures.
Okay.
Yeah.
I guess then I don't know. I am going to head towards the nearest statue that's still up.
Okay. So you start like walking toward that statue, but you'll get there next round probably.
Yeah.
Okay, Galen, what do you want to do?
I'll consider punching Quarian again for a second. And
Hey.
then, well, he helped with the statue, so. But he did do a lot of damage with that fireball, so
Hurt.
I guess I'll run over to a statue. I have 50 movement, so I assume I can reach one.
Okay. So as you run toward one of the statues, you can see a bat standing on its shoulder, and as you run toward it, the bat turns to smoke, and from the smoke emerges a pleasant face of a man, and he smiles at you and says, "Oh, please don't ruin my precious works of art. And I need you to make an intelligence saving throw. This, whatever it is, tries to charm you."
You're rolling just best day.
Oh, God.
A 3? And I do have a +2 modifier, yes. I did roll another one on a save, yes. Oh! Why? Aren't you the most pretty man I ever seen? I don't normally swing that way, but damn, you're a good looking man.
So he smiles like he's used to it, and he says, "It is very important that you do not harm those statues in any way. They can be used for many different types of rituals that are important for my ancestral family tree. So if you please, just make sure to collect them and deliver them to 32 Lane Street in Neverwinter. Much obliged." And he kind of evaporates in smoke.
Collect them? Like, how big are the statues?
So what, you're trying to pick it up?
Like as he's like poofing away, like, wait, collect them? Aren't they like? How can I carry them?
So he kind of coils back again and looks around and says, "Oh, your friends, they can help you with that. I'm sure you'll manage." And then
Sure,
it's
whatever
gone.
you say.
What are friends for?
Yes. So then I'll stop my turn here and say, "Hey guys, wait! Don't destroy the statues."
What? I just started heading that way.
Yeah, no. It's fine. Did anybody
Fine.
see me talk to this very charming man?
Wait, what?
Oh, did we?
I would say that looking at your passive perception, no, and no. You're too busy fighting, chopping things, protecting your lives, healing, firing fireballs at your friends. So no.
Oh. I'm still smoldering a little from that.
Yes, exactly.
Sorry, guys.
Anything else, Quarian?
You've been Galen, right?
Sorry, Galen.
Yeah, no, that's it.
Okay. So we move to Rukvi.
The 5 statues, 3 of them are on the floor.
Yes.
And I move to the second one standing up. Do I see them still moving, and are they still alive?
So they are frozen in place, but each time you topple them or hurt them, or maybe when they try to cast a spell, they kind of shift and then they freeze again.
All right,
Make
I'll just keep
sense?
toppling. I'll keep toppling them. Yeah.
Okay.
So I'll just hit the next one.
Yes.
17 to hit.
Yes.
13 to hit.
So I heard a 17. What?
13 hits as well.
Yes.
This is going to be 27 points of total damage.
27.
Hmm.
So that's enough to topple it and break it. So as it falls,
No, wait, that's no. Oh, damn it.
it breaks on the floor, and you kind of look at it and say, oh, that's like someone was really good with anatomy, because where the stone broke, you can see, like, the carving of bones and intestines, and like kind of if someone curved the inside of the statue in a very anatomically correct way.
Uh-huh.
Looks at us and says, I mean, at this point, it's been a week and I've seen like so many horrific things. Keep on swinging.
Okay. So it's broken, which is interesting. Anything else you want to do?
I hear Galen complain.
Yeah, I'm
Scream.
complaining, yes.
And
When
as I move up to the next one, I look at you and I hold my hammer like, when am I going to do my next turn?
Don't you dare.
Okay. So that was Brookvi. Earth Elemental, what do you guys want it to do?
Still didn't get a command to do anything else, I'm guessing, right? So it's probably
Break statues, I assume.
Smash.
Yeah.
What?
Smash
I mean,
statues.
whose
Yeah,
command does it follow? Is it still following Andrest?
yeah, but Andrus kind of, what do you want it to do? Come on, Andrus is busy.
Yeah, smashing statues.
Okay,
Yeah, smash statues.
so 2 attacks against the remaining statue. Someone roll.
Don't let me roll with all these ones.
Okay. 1d20 plus 8, you said?
2d20 plus 8.
9 and a 10. I rolled pretty bad. I got your whatever is plaguing you.
Almost as bad as me, yes. Almost.
So
It
how
wasn't
much and
too
how
much.
much you cut off?
He missed. It's a
He
9
missed?
and
9.
10. He
Okay.
rolled a 1 and a 2.
So the statue kind of reached out a hand, touched the earth elemental's head, and he's kind of like a kid trying to. Okay, cool. Pelias.
So how many statues are left?
Just one standing up.
Just one. Yeah, I'm gonna smash that one.
Okay, go for it.
Yeah, will I take any takes of opportunity?
I don't think
or
so,
am I-
because
am I-
they're all too far.
Okay.
I think.
Okay, so I walk over to the statue and I smash it for
Wow.
16 and 29.
Okay, these are the hit numbers or the damage
The
numbers?
hit numbers, yeah.
Okay,
hit
yeah, so
numbers.
both hit. 29. Is it even kind of?
Yeah, it's great.
It's amazing. Without
So
a
that's a
crit.
total of 24 damage.
Okay, enough to break it. And Galen, a puff of smoke kind of materials before you, and you can see the face kind of looking at you. What did I tell you? And then it vanishes again.
I try. They do it. Never listen to me.
Okay. So as you topple the last statue, all 4 creatures drop and become inert pieces of treasure metal, swords, and armor. So that's that.
Okay.
Yes.
I ask into the air where the puff of smoke was last. Can you use the pieces or only the intact ones? We can collect maybe you can, loop them back together.
So you all
So-
see kind of Galen talk to himself, to the ether.
I think
Again.
this is the only time we've defeated
What?
something. My mic is being weird. This is the only time we've defeated something and we're actually standing on like our reward.
A heap of
Yeah.
treasure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In the last twitches of the campaign, I decided to maybe throw a bone.
Sorry, guys.
All right.
Like you're level
Just start
25.
raking
It's
some
about
and
time you'll be able
raking
to
it
buy
in.
your own drinks.
Yeah, here have 100 gold. Now the campaign's over. Go home.
So you have all
But
this
with
gold,
us-
but the catch is that there's no bag of holding in there.
Yeah, exactly.
Problem.
Well,
Need a
I mean,
bag
my
of
my
holding.
characters in this campaign never had like any gold whatsoever, so I'm fine when I'm happy when I can just like grab a handful.
Yeah.
So did Anders
I
find
wanna-
anything cool? I mean, he didn't get to participate. I'm sure that he brought awesome loot out for all of us, right?
Yeah. So as soon as the last
have a
statue kind
search.
of drops, he gets up from the hoard of coin. Oh, got it! Found it! Yeah.
Okay, so
You're
like
not
we like
used to
mountain
you're
of
not used to
loot. Yeah.
a large amount of treasure. You don't know what to do. It's like the first
Yeah,
time.
what do
You
we do
should- Oh my god, I'm such a cheap DM. It's amazing. The group
Let's
is
start,
feeling-
Let's start looking.
I'm feeling a little like the dog that finally caught the car. And I'm like,
How do we take it home?
Oh my god.
I don't know if that'll fit in my mouth.
Oh my god. Oh, that's so sad. Okay. So, yes, but the chamber is basically choke full of gold and gems and piles of armor and swords and scroll cases and like a ton of things. So I will make it easy for you. If you kind of sum up all just the coins, okay, because there are many of them, like copper pieces and more copper pieces, and no, I'm joking. A lot of gold pieces and platinum, etc. So it sums up to 37,000 gold pieces in various forms of coins, etc. So
Wow.
yeah, it's like a small scale lord in Waterdeep has this sum of money. It's kind of a lot of money, but that's not all there is. There are many fine art objects that probably the dragon collected either from looting or from the village above you. So there are many kind of bits and bytes, like books bounded by leather that aren't magical, but they're simply ancient, and tapestries and ivory drinking horns and cloth, bolts of them, etc., etc. So that all those art objects are worth another 10,000 gold. But this will be a little bit hard to maybe carry. Then there are some potions, weapons, and spell scrolls. So let me just, you know what? Let's do this.
How big of a cargo hold do we have in our? Just like
Have a paladin
right
spell.
outside, and we'll make a few trips and then just fill it up.
Yeah. So
Paladin spell, summon holy cart.
yeah, I'll write the treasure here. So
We need
this
to have room for the statues.
this
Also,
is
we
what
need
you
to
have
have-
in coins. Art objects worth another 10k. Sorry, and now with regards to magical items, etc. So I'm simply kind of writing it down. There's a spell scroll of Nistul's Magic Aura, 2 potions of healing, in addition to a potion of animal friendship, in addition to a rope of climbing,
Oh, nice.
in addition to Qua's feather token, in addition to an oil of etherealness, etherealness, yes, and then some potions of fire giant strength, and potion of invulnerability, ultimate power,
Nice.
and another spell scroll, this time of the spell heal, which is cool. 2 potions
party kills each other.
of speed, and finally a great sword of sharpness. Like this is, and the art objects, they include armor and shields and maces and all kinds of cool stuff. But I mean, as long as it's worth 10k or less and it's mundane, you can invent whatever you want there. So
Cool.
Yeah, so all junk. Come on, the statues.
Galen, you get an inspiration for that. All junk. The statues. This is what important.
Yeah.
Anyone of so who's using swords in our group?
No.
I'm using a rapier.
It's a great sword.
It's
Yeah,
a great
okay,
sword.
okay,
Yeah,
great
I don't know
sword.
what it-
Or the other paladin.
Yeah, do you know what a great sword of sharpness does?
It chops off the heads.
Yes.
Out of the natural
It's just
20.
a lightsaber.
Just a lightsaber.
Yeah. It adds more points of damage on a critical hit.
So it is, if you, so it's a great sword. It's 2d6 slashing, and if you roll a natural 20 on the attack roll, the target gets another like extra 14 slashing damage. Then you roll another d20. If it is also a 20, you lop off one of the target's limbs.
Did you say if I roll if I get a crit with this sword, I have
If you crit,
I can just add 14 damage?
Yes.
To
In addition to the crit damage.
in addition to my critted height.
Yeah, and if you and then you have to roll another 20, and if you manage to crit that, yeah, you kind of lop off the head, the arm, the leg, the torso, whatever.
A torso is not a limb, but
Well,
I mean,
maybe it is. Why discriminate? I'm sure there's a monster deeply insulted
shaming.
right now.
Eldritch Beast.
yes, if you cut off the head, both arms and both legs, you could say you cut off the torso.
No, there's some
Carved out
place
the
in the
torso.
DMG it's written like you cut off the creature's head, and if it's a vital organ, like if it doesn't have another one, then
Then it's there, yeah. It used to be better in the older editions.
Yeah.
It used to chop off more limbs back then.
Yeah. So, what do you guys want to do?
I have a really cool axe. If you want the really cool sword, I'm fine with that.
Right.
Aww.
Now, have the sword then.
I kind of expected a duel here or something. Like, no, mine.
I'm
and then-
so in on that. You want a duel for this? Paladin's honor?
If I was
Yes,
here
yeah,
with
non-lethal
my
damage.
other character,
Yeah, totally.
The
The
wizard
half
with the
orc.
two-headed sword.
oh yeah, oh that guy.
Two-headed sword. I want that.
While we're dueling.
Let's do
I'm
it.
still in. What do you
Maybe not.
want?
What do I want? What?
You gonna duel me for it or what?
Yeah, but do we want to do it here? Or we'll probably die.
I'll go
Yeah.
over like I'll go over give them both like a slap, not a damage slap, but just as like a slap on the head, like no and no, no dueling here. It's a waste of time.
Fine, I have a
Alright, you know
cool
what,
act
we'll-
anyways. You keep it.
Yes.
We can do it later.
And also,
Yeah.
who's going to help me carry these statues?
What's with the statues?
I have a friend who can use them for something good.
Oh?
Who's
Do I
that?
know this friend? Like, cause you haven't left my site for the last like 2 months.
I had a life before I met you.
What? You guys have friends outside of this?
Oh, I'm married outside of this.
So no friends.
No, no friend. I got a weird family. That should suffice.
Yeah. You wish you didn't have a life outside of this.
It would make things easier. Yeah.
I don't
I
understand
can,
that.
I can sort of relate with my sort of wife, kind of pregnant wife, that I don't remember ever marrying. But hey, everybody's calling me my wife, and she was supposed to marry someone that I killed. So it's all fine. I'm sure it's fine when I see her again.
I'm sure.
Yes.
She's probably over it by now.
Yeah, of course. Current Galen will think just that. Yeah, why not? It's not a big deal.
Water under the bridge. Yeah, while we are laughing, Keenan is writing all the treasure in his character. Like, potion. He's hoarding. Okay, so
I
how?
think we can... Sorry.
Yeah, go ahead. I was like hoping to hear you. Debating how to remove all this treasure from the cave.
I will
Well,
turn
I
into like a mule or something.
So that all the orcs outside are dead.
Need
So we-
to actually mount like a money cleaning operation, like a laundromat or something. And then we can think about maybe moving it. I don't know.
I think
Yeah,
we
like-
can focus. We should probably focus on the coins, on the gold coins. I'd leave the art behind. If we
I
can.
feel like that's a
So
disgrace.
some of the art items are clearly worth more than like a huge stack of coins. That
Yeah.
like Andres took care of the orcs outside. So Quarren, can't you just go out and like park our ship like right outside, and then we can just see how much stuff we can put in the ship after we put in statues in.
If someone, yeah.
I would prefer not to have the ship like in open air, like out in the open for too long.
Sure, so we'll load quickly.
So how about we all go up like in one go and take as much as we can. We'll get things into the ship. I'll stay in the ship, and you guys take like another hour to bring more stuff up.
We
Remember
bring the
that-
ship down here?
Remember that going up, by the way, on where you need to go up the chute that hurts us. I don't know if you remember how hard it was to get down here.
There's gotta be another way out.
Must be another
Right.
way out. Andres came in from some other way.
Yeah,
No, he
so
came
we
in
just-
from the same place, I think.
I want to start looking around for another way out of here.
Okay, that makes sense. Roll your investigation check.
Do 16.
16 is amazing. So you actually managed to find a secret passageway. It's well hidden behind a rock. So you kind of look, and there's an opening behind it. You move the rock, and indeed there is a passageway that leads outside of the chamber into a much smaller chamber. And on this chamber's floor, etched, there is a glowing rune of teleportation.
Oh. I wonder where the other one is.
Interest? How does that thing work?
Yeah, totally.
Can we do like an Arcana check to try to understand where's
Yes.
the other side? Or
Yes.
let's try that. Yeah, we got an 8, which is I suppose a total of
So Enderist will help you.
10.
So Enderist will help you. So you've got an advantage.
Okay. Got another 8. How about I help Anderist?
Yeah, right.
Okay, so you know it's a rune of teleportation. You know it is active. You have no idea where it leads.
Is there anything else inside this smaller chamber? Any books, notes, anything that we can give us a clue?
Make another investigation check.
I'll help you.
All right.
I'm also in there looking through.
11. Let's do investigation. So it's 15.
Okay.
And if somebody helps me, I get an advantage, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so that's 16 plus 5. That's a 20. Total 20.
Okay.
We find it, right?
So you find some
Sorry.
you find some fish scales on the ground.
Fish
Right,
guys.
y'all. Do you remember that
Like-
dungeon we were in before? We found that rune in that watery dungeon floor.
Like
we thought it might
the
turn the water into acid or something.
What? No, don't remember that. Where was it?
It was in several like chambers before we went into the I believe the Yukatoa or the Wukatoa room statue. Remember, there was a room with water, and there was a rune in the corner.
Oh,
Yeah.
Of the room.
right.
I can't remember if we figured out what it did. But if maybe some entity there was working with whatever we killed here.
Wait, but
Whatever.
that's where like the demon was, wasn't it?
That's
Yes.
Well,
That's where the demon was, but there was also the elephant's agenda.
Yeah.
The fish skulls, right?
Yeah.
Fish people.
Huh.
The Kuat.
Kuato, yeah.
what about the Marines that we've seen around? Do they have scales like that?
So you have a feeling that Rukvi is correct, that this rune is
Yeah.
probably connected to the one you have found at the Kuotoa hideout beneath the shipyard.
Yeah, and Venom Fang did seem to work together somehow with the demon or the cult of Kuatoa or whatever.
So we probably don't want to teleport over there.
No, probably not.
In fact, we might want to destroy it.
Is that even possible?
Yes.
Oh. Let me try my new sword. It's made out of magic, so it won't break.
Okay, let's try. Actually, your new sword gives maximum damage to any object.
I'm gonna decapitate the sword. I get advantage because it's a rock on the ground.
No, if you want, you can.
You have to roll a saving throw to see if you break the sword, and you roll a 1, and the sword is gone.
And then you have to roll another one, and if you roll another one, it chops one of your limbs. I'm gonna do it. Boom! Oh my god! No.
Well, so do I have advantage?
No, it's if you want, you can simply, like, etch the rune and deactivate it, like kill it, destroy it.
Oh, okay.
Okay, let's do that then.
I hit it as hard as I can, anyways, even though I. just
Okay,
need to
so
scratch.
a sparkle of sparkles flies into the air, and yeah, I'm great at English today, as you've noticed. So yeah, rune is gone. I'm gonna speak in sentences that are very short from now on. Let's play a D&D campaign with only yes, no from the DM.
One syllable words.
Yeah. Room.
Monster. Bad.
Monster big.
Okay, so we don't have we don't have another way out. So we still do need to go through the
No, you had
Did
another way out, but you just
clear
destroyed it.
all. Yeah.
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 That's we
Ah.
think we figured out that we did it.
Well, maybe you could dispel the weird magical effect in the tunnel, so we don't hurt each time we walk through it. While
That
you
was
figure that, I think I'm
wasn't
going to just take a rest here, like just lay down on a pile of gold and just let's just nap for an hour or so. That would be good.
I would
we can
love to.
try. We can try clearing out the chute up there, like just like cast a fireball inside it. I guess it would spread out inside this in this
Thunderclap.
chimney.
Yeah, you take care of that. I'm going to. If we allowed a short rest, that would be good. Right now.
Yeah, you can definitely spend an hour here. No problem.
Yes.
Yeah,
I
like
need-
we
I
cleared
need-
the orcs out, right?
I need
What,
to
you
spend
what?
guys.
We cleared all the monsters upstairs, right?
Yes,
like until
yes.
somebody else comes looking to steal dragon treasure, this horde is safe
Yes.
here.
As far as you can see, or yeah, it's
Yeah.
clear.
Oh, there was only 3 ones there.
Okay, add the
Yeah,
1d8 for the bard song of rest.
That's the 8, you say.
Mhm.
I won.
Great.
I'm number 1 today.
Cool.
Totally number 1. At rolling ones. I'll spend some more hit dice. I still have more.
Okay.
Okay.
So what do you say about the plan of clearing the chute with a fireball? Is that something that I think that I can do? Like with a fireball, be in? Would it be enough to empty the chute of anything that lurks over there?
Yeah, you think so?
Okay, so I'll try it.
Is there
Well,
a problem a fireball hasn't solved? Come on.
Not that I'm aware of.
Go to any computer game, just poof, fireball, done.
Exactly. That's my sentiment exactly. Okay, so I'm going to cast fireball to pretty much the middle of the chute and hope that it spreads in both directions enough.
Okay.
Should I throw the damage?
Yeah.
Okay.
Fire in the hole.
Okay, that's 10, 11. Oh, that's 12, that's 23, 25, 27 points of damage.
Okay, good. So bits of icky stuff kind of explode and sizzle and evaporate. You also have a feeling that some of the magic that held that barrier together is being dissolved or decays. You also see this affecting all kinds of areas in the dungeon itself. So the kind of this floor that has been covered with mist, the mist is receding. Plant life that has been kind of hung over all kinds of openings, etc., are beginning to rot and fall. So maybe that's some effect that the dragon had left that is now dissolving because he's dead.
Okay, cool.
And it's going to collapse without us getting any of the treasure. Yes.
Of course.
We
Okay.
grabbed everything that wasn't piles of money, the potions. We say that we grabbed them.
Yeah,
Guys.
makes sense.
I want to find some cool piece of dragon art.
Yes. Sure.
Awesome. Awesome.
So what you find is basically this armor that is especially made for Dragonborn, but it's made of layers of gold and silver, and the lining is made of blue metal. So totally kind of awesome. So you can use it to replace your own if you want.
And like keep the stats that mine is, but it be decorative and awesome?
Yeah, is yours magical?
No.
So that's fine. Yes. Yeah,
Awesome.
you keep your stats, but look better.
Yes.
Now everybody is going to notice you, and you're going to draw attention from everything. So it's like a shiny beacon to like
It's like in an
these and
MMO.
Like a
monsters.
paladin, you might say?
No,
Wait.
like a moron who's wearing gold armor.
By the way, think I may have an idea for how to get most of the treasure out of it. Is there like
A
is there like
fireball.
like a huge, a large or medium, like platter, something that could hold a lot of the treasure on it, or a few
So
of them?
Trying to devise an elevator?
I want to try to animate such a thing after we stuff a lot of the treasure on it. I want to animate and then have it move like an elevator up the chute.
Didn't Zaphos? Damn, that's definitely not his name. He had a cool thing in his tower, right?
right.
Who?
Yeah, the giant that you've
Oh,
met.
the giant. Right.
Yeah. So yeah, you can probably like search for a door or something like that, or you did have a carpet in one of the rooms that you left, so maybe that.
Okay. So let's try to take as many of these objects.
There was a
Uh,
bed in one of the rooms also.
Hmm?
A bed. You could probably animate a bed.
Yeah,
A what?
a bed.
A bed.
A bed. Yeah, sure. It needs to be like medium objects. I can probably take like how many objects? Let me check I'll check in a minute. All right, so I can animate up to 5 medium objects, or 2 large objects and 1 medium. So
Yeah, a bed and a carpet.
we have like 1 minute. So how big is this chute? I don't remember. How deep is it?
I think with a minute you're fine.
Okay. So let's try to take as much gold first, and then I can do it again one more time. I think with some spells that I still have today.
Okay. So you spend what?
Do we like get the ship and like park it to a spot where as that elevator goes in, it can just be loaded right in?
I also have a rope of climbing, so that's 60 feet of pulling, 3,000 pounds.
Wow.
Tension on that rope can last.
That's awesome.
How much do you think we can load in the Nautilus thing? That's how we're
Everything.
getting out of here, right?
There's no room for us, but everything and the treasure is in there.
We roll for like an engineering check.
No,
Are we
but
like just like
but
raising
Quarian
the
has like the remote control in his hand. So
Yeah, I'll probably just need to go up to the chimney in order to control it, I guess, right?
yeah.
What, you
Save
don't
us.
get reception down here? Like, come
I
on.
don't know if I do.
Notice
I
that.
have a phone.
But in any case, I probably want to be upstairs before I call the ship to make sure that there's no other threats upstairs.
Sure.
How heavy are the statues?
Forget about the statues. I'm not spending a spell slot for these statues.
I'm not leaving without statues.
Where do you want to take the statue?
Neverwinter. We're going there anyway for the meeting in 9.5 days, or however long it was.
Mm-hmm.
These statues are trying to dominate you. They'll try
Should
to
be
dominate
destroyed.
you.
No, they're dormant now.
They're dormant because they're
After
broken.
smashing.
Not the broken ones. The not broken ones. They stop working as soon as they're top lower. So just don't
We
raise them up again.
No. I don't think there are any that are not smashed.
There are 3 that are still intact.
Can we do like an insight, like an investigation or something to see
Yeah,
try to
go
understand
for
if
it.
it's all if it's
Yeah.
true?
Yes.
Anybody want? I'll assume Andorus is trying to help me with Arcana.
Okay.
Okay, I got 14 plus 2, I think. Yeah, so it's a 16 Arcana. I try to understand if these things are really dormant once toppled, or if there was a way to control them.
Makes sense. Okay, so all of the statues, even the broken one, their base is signed by the name Drake Van Raul. So maybe the name of the owner or the artist, you're not sure. And when you kind of think of it, there's a special, not a rune, but like a signature done by an artist that kind of spark. Oh, wait, I think I remember that. These are called the Five Sisters, and you believe after inspecting them that they are emanating an aura of divination in addition to some protective magic. So maybe what you encountered previously was their protective magic, but their strongest aura is that of divination.
Okay. Interesting. Okay.
Is is like the charm person spell a divination spell, or is it a different type of?
A what? Sorry? Charm is not divination, no. Divination is kind of revealing stuff, telling the future, etc.
Charm and dominate is enchantment.
Didn't the Uck or the stone giants want the crown so they can their own future or something like that? If I'm remembering.
Something like that.
Talk directly to their deity. Never mind. I think it was something.
And these are
I'm
elven
thinking of
statues.
other game.
Elven statues.
Yes, elven
Completely
statues. Completely different, yes.
Yeah, and now known as the Three Sisters.
Unfortunately.
Right. I got a -1 to history, so. Right, so do we begin the operation of pulling the gold? And
Yeah,
you
that's
going up there?
happening on a different thread. Like you managed to do that. Casting spells, ropes, piloting the
Can I
ship.
move a statue on my own?
It's very, very hard, but you gotta go.
I have a strength of 11.
16.
It's like me and you trying to install a new dishwasher or a built-in oven. So it looks like that. It's doesn't look pretty between you and me.
So it's impossible. Okay.
It's
It's
impossible.
kind of crooked and it's gonna shake, but you know what? It's fine. It's not gonna break.
I
put
see,
enough
like-
tape on this side.
I do try to get someone to help me to carry these statues.
I'm still not sure how I feel about these statues, man.
I'm okay
But
with
also-
helping you carry.
My half, much higher than your half.
I'm okay with. Sorry.
I was gonna say no. Go ahead. You first.
Again, I'm okay with helping you try to carry it out, but only after we carry out the treasure and the art. And also only if the statue is well covered and bundled and chained.
If we find like a sarcophagus, we're putting it in there.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
no, that Rook will open that up. Come on, don't do that. Oh, whoever it was that opened that. To release the chain demon or the chain devil.
I did that one time.
I did not open that. It definitely might be me.
Amongst the art, does Rupee find anything pertaining to that bearded man I saw in that vision I had like several sessions ago, or maybe the ring I'm wearing, or maybe a druidic looking thing?
So if you look for a druidic, there is a carved ivory drinking horn inlaid with silver. So there's that. And you do find a bronze mace, which is cool. But you don't have any thing similar to a bearded man. Now, how many sessions ago was it? Like we had 56, like so far. So is it like around 28 or session 20, 17, 40,
Yeah,
41?
You had of the treasure hoard.
It was before session 46. It was like low 40s.
Low 40s. Okay. Let me check what we had on low 40s. Da-da-da-da-da.
Low 40s is like when
46
we
was,
were in the mental asylum.
Yeah.
yeah. At the end of that little adventure.
Okay.
If,
I don't have
because
anything. With
Andrea's dream happened on 46.
I don't have anything on a bearded man.
Aunt's womb.
Uh,
Allfather.
oh, the Allfather. That's something else. Yeah. The Allfather. The bronze. Oh yeah, the voice of the Allfather. You will be rewarded. But that was, I think, it was Anderist's vision. Was it yours?
That was his. But I think session. It was a session before that, or maybe it was the same session. Like some bearded guy told me to, like, looked at me or said something to me.
We'll
I gotta go back on YouTube and
yeah,
look it
exactly. I have all kinds of notes here, but
when I started taking notes.
yeah. No, I don't have anything in particular, but it doesn't mean that it didn't happen. So
Okay, I'll look it up.
please do.
Horn inlaid with ivory. Ivory horn.
Yeah, nothing here. Okay.
Is there any magical instruments over there?
Besides what I gave you, like the list of magical.
Sorry, musical instrument. I'm sorry.
Oh, musical, and so
Freudian
nothing.
slip.
Nothing magical, but you do find what appears to be a what is it? Oh no, it's just a porcelain vase or something like that. You looked for a no, nothing that I can see.
Okay, never mind.
The dragon wasn't very fond of music, probably. He ate all his bards.
They had it coming. Those
Yeah.
fireballing the whole party.
Right?
Okay, so you managed to kind of invest quite a lot of time, but eventually you managed to pull all the treasure, lift it up into the your nautiloid, and board. So if someone photon torpedo your vessel, it will explode in a glitter of gold and loot. But you managed to stuff all the treasure inside, plus yourselves, plus the statues. But it's an uncomfortable ride, to say the least.
So what are we gonna do with all this?
Hopefully
Well-
take off because it's really heavy.
Yeah, the ship is kind of walking on its tentacles.
Well, we are. Well, we're going to the old out well to look for those.
We need to hunt those illicit, right? Or
Yes,
with our group of with the Navy SEALs.
yes, they're waiting for you there.
Yes. We also need to stop by Golden Fields or the surrounding area to find the hill giants. And then, if we're lucky, there are people at Golden Fields already trying to rebuild there. And if there are people trying to rebuild there, we can unload some treasure to them
Why would we unload the treasure to them?
to help them rebuild.
That's our treasure.
I'm okay with donating to the church.
You see why I don't hand out
my
treasure?
part of it is going to get unloaded there. I assume I get a part, or is it your treasure? As in, your treasure. Me.
I vote that this treasure should only be used to buy to buy upgrades.
Buy weapons,
Great.
instruments of
Oh,
war.
cool!
and
Is there
armor.
like a store we can go to put like different colored pinstripes on our new Nautilus, or maybe a 10% upgraded speed engine? I'm so in on this.
Or let's all get armor made of gold that will melt as soon
Hey,
as we drag
This
it over.
isn't gold. This isn't. No way. There's just accents of gold. It's not. It's made of steel.
Melt gold is really soft. Are you
Uh,
sure that armor is going to protect you?
It's the blue sheen, man. That's totally a thing. They had to submerge it in acid, if I remember my lore right, for a certain amount of time, and then it would come out blue. I'm super sure I watched a reality show where they did this.
Okay, well, try and hold it up, like your breastplate, and see if I can punch my fist through it.
Yes, make it happen. Is his fist more powerful than my armor?
My fist is magical,
Yeah,
and-
well.
and I did roll a 25 to hit.
Oh, okay. Alright, I felt that. I definitely.
I told you to take it off first, but
I was definitely wearing that.
okay, well, you take 13 points of damage.
Ow.
It doesn't protect you.
Whatever,
It doesn't.
man. It's still cool and blue looking.
Yeah, but now it has like a dent the size of my fist in it.
If it does, I'm gonna spend the next however long it takes flattening that out.
There's a dent with a middle finger. Like, in it. He managed to punch with a middle finger. Like, kong.
Oh,
Yeah.
so good.
And you do realize how much cleaning you're going to do. What next time we get into the sewer watery dungeon filled thing, it'll not look pretty anymore.
Whatever, man. Just cause you're a farmer. You
Oh
never
my
had
god.
Wow.
That's low.
So you look down on the common people now?
Yeah, King
Earth?
Orgar from the
King,
future.
King Ford.
Forgaria, I think, is that's at least what I remember that map said. It definitely said something different, but like the
I don't know if
kingdom
I'm
of
voting for
Forgaria.
you.
Yes. I'm not looking forward to like being ruled by you. I'm totally not going to assassinate. I mean, it's not-
Tried
you're
to
not-
punch through my chest.
I was
What
just
do you
trying to prove that your armor was worthless. Well,
Okay,
if
I
you're-
want to try and punch through your armor then.
What armor?
Exactly. I don't think I'll do as much damage as him, but
You wanna?
He's gonna start waving his sword of sharpness. Let me punch this through your armor. What armor? Exactly.
Alright, I have enough gold, I can buy enough diamonds, I can bring you back. I have the spell.
You know, the thing that we can move would the Nautilus be able to fly normally with all this weight?
No, it's
Or is
like
it too
it's
much work?
yeah, it's encumbered. Like too much equipment on it, so half speed. And if you'll try to do any high G maneuvers, you'll get disadvantage, etc. It will be interesting in a battle.
Well, we could quickly pop over to Neverwinter and drop off some of this.
Where?
Mm,
Neverwinter
could.
is nearby,
Where never
and you
went to
guys
though.
can go shopping for impractical armor.
What
it's
Uh,
not impractical.
about just
It's an
hiding it in the woods?
AT-AT. We don't
Pirates,
get
basically, just finding a big Digging a
Can
big
we-
hole and just putting it there and then remembering it's here and then coming
Maybe
The pirate
maybe
thing? I don't know.
maybe Oakenstaff can help us with it. We're finding a place to hide stuff.
back. Yeah, he owes us one, I think.
I don't know if he owes us, but he can probably tell us like this would be a good place to hide stuff or something. Space.
I mean, we have so much gold, we could technically buy a hideout.
Yep, the name of this episode is Mo Money, Mo Problems.
Totally.
Actually, not that big of a hideout. Like, we're not that rich. Come on.
Well, basically, I think we need
mean-
to hide like most of the art and the statues. I'm guessing we won't be encumbered after that, right? No?
Yeah, makes sense.
Even when we
So-
give it up, I'm gonna save some kind of dragon picture that I'll, take out of the frame, put on my pod in the Nautilus.
Yeah, you get a drawing Venomfang did for his family. Like his kids drew him like, Dad. You can see a green dragon, and there's a word "Dad" above it.
And
Hang
the
it
seven
above
years
your pod.
Beyond stoked. Like, I'll bring you guys individually, be like, what do you think? Upgraded? Check out my new art piece.
Yes, your room looked really nice.
Thank you.
Yes.
So, what do you guys say about?
I'm sure that'll improve your armor when this Iggy pod you are immersing
You're
yourself in.
jealous it's blue, man.
That drawing is going to stick to your armor because of all the sticky goo in the pod.
Wait, does it do buffs to my armor if I wear my armor in the pod?
Ah, that's
Have
a
I
good
been
question.
doing this wrong the whole time? I thought we, stripped down before we went into that's how
Yeah, before you get tentacled, you strip down. Yes,
yeah.
that's how you do
Don't wear your armor.
it. You go to sleep with his armor. So where do you want to head with all this? Like with a ship choke full of treasure.
How far is Neverwinter from here in terms of hours of ride?
I think you fly pretty fast. Let me see.
Texas.
1 hectare is 5 miles, so it's like
How much?
like 25 miles, Neverwinter.
Oh, so that's nothing for the ship. It's like a couple of minutes, or half an hour.
Okay.
Where do we stole our booty in Neverwinter?
Can we hide it? I asked Rookby, if we can maybe hide it in the embassy.
Ooh.
The embassy of the Ruthim embassy?
Mm.
And also, I might need some help to carry the statue to, 24 lane? Something like that.
I will help you carry it there, but know that I'm not sure if I'm okay with it.
Yeah.
Well, as long as you carry your weight, then whatever.
Hopefully my aunt is there. I think she could hook us up with a nice place to store loot.
And also, we can turn all this gold into potions of healing. All of it.
I would like to buy 6,000 potions of healing, please.
First thing we're gonna buy is a bag of holding. My
Yeah.
goodness.
And,
Done
and
that.
we spend our entire hoard of money to buy a bag of holding to carry our non-existent hoard of gold.
What's a bag of
2
holding
bags of
worth?
holding for everybody. Come on.
I think it's a couple of thousand, maybe 1,000 pieces for a bag of holding.
Buying medical items are no longer a thing in 5th edition. Like
Yeah, I know. You'll have to saw, like to saw it or weave it.
Oh,
And
we can't buy magical items. It's not something-
There isn't a shop. Like if you want a mundane magical item that costs up to 50 GP, that's fine. Like potions, etc. But anything more interesting than that has to be purchased like in play somehow.
Got it.
Hmm.
Okay.
We have to find
some
an
weird guy that
artificer
makes
who-
bags of holding.
But don't get a guy that's too weird, because a bag of devouring looks just like a bag of holding. One of my players still have nightmare about losing a character yet, because he's like, oh, I just grabbed this from a bag of holding. Oh, wait, damn it, why is something grabbing me and devouring me and sucking me into it? And he died.
Awesome.
And he never accepted a bag of holding again after that, ever. Totally sold a bag of holding. You identified it? Nope, not touching it.
Yeah.
Well, I guess our first lead is my her name, the character's name. Eileen.
Okay, so you want to travel to Neverwinter to meet with Eileen?
Yes,
You
so
kind
she
of
can
park
store
your
our
ship. Hey, Auntie, look what I found.
Sorry about the half, like a third of the roof of your house, of your mansion, but we had to park it.
You park it on the roof? I was envisioning in the garden.
But how much damage does the ship take as it flies over the walls of Neverwinter with all these guards standing there?
You get shot down immediately.
Okay.
Okay,
Second
we'll
plan.
park it outside. Go in. We'll have
Wait,
a talk, and hopefully
wait.
nobody has stole it, and then we can fly it in. Hopefully, like they were right.
Hopefully no one stole it. I mean, aren't we the only ones with the fancy, weird, hybrided bard who can fly this?
There's
Wait.
a lot of weird people in Neverwinter.
Wait, yeah. I still think maybe it would be easier to like dump it somewhere in the woods. Then when I mean dump it, I mean hide it. Yeah. Ask
Dig a hole.
The door.
ask Oakenstaff, right? That's his name.
Oaken
Can
stand.
stand.
Oaken what?
Oaken stand.
Oakenstand, sorry. Oakenstand. Ask him if he can give us like a good place to hide all this stuff.
Oakenstaff is the total
For
is
sake of, making
his evil relative or something like that.
Let's have a vote. Who wants to hide it in the woods, and who wants to go to Neverwinter and try to hide it there?
I say hide it in the woods. Woods?
Me.
Anybody?
Nature's my jam, so I support the woods.
Okay. Tell us what with you.
Yeah, let's do it. Let's do it.
Neverwinter.
There's
I will.
Pirate for
Andres.
me.
So woods.
And I'll convince your Kuatua friend to vote for Neverwinter also.
Yeah, he's totally gonna go against his like envisioned deity to support you.
He is when I stab his neck and hold up his hand. Like I say, hey, see, look, he's voting for me.
he doesn't get a vote.
Doesn't get
That
a vote.
doesn't count.
Oh my god, best god ever. You don't get a vote.
Knows that my will is awesome.
Okay, so the woods. Good. So Quirin, you fly your ship in search of Oakenstand, and indeed you find him. He's happy to see you as you kind of land your ship and walk away from it. And he looks at you and he says, "Yes, human, how can I help you?"
I tell him where we've been and that we're holding a few items that we would like to hide for a few days. I'm asking if we can give me a good idea. Is there a good place that you think that I could hide some stuff where nobody would notice it?
Well, no one will notice it. That's complicating it a little bit. I can show you to some holes in some of the trunks that I know and treasure, or a cave or two guarded by a couple of bears, or we can simply put it in a lake or underwater. Any of these options sounds good to you. Anyway, what do you want to hide? A friend?
No, we have a few statues and a bunch of artwork that we'd like to hide.
He looks at you. So just put them on the floor. Who'll touch them here?
I don't know if anybody's going to be walking by and noticing them and might want to take them.
Well, he thinks a little bit and says, well, I can lead you to a cave. I think it will be sufficient in hiding your belongings, and I could place a guard or two.
Okay.
Be an illusion for 7.
I'll tell you what else we can do. We can also have Andorus pull out his Earth Elemental and have the Earth Elemental hide us inside the ground in a place that we are aware of. The Earth Planet just hides the artwork inside the ground, inside the cave.
Cool.
We gotta make sure we can find it. And
Yeah. We're gonna see where he's hiding it, and should be able to find it after that. What do you think?
Sounds
Cool.
like something Andorist would say, yeah, sure. Just a tiny bit of like a chance that he will lose it, and that's fine.
Okay.
Okay, so
does this ship have GPS coordinates?
he conjures up the Earth Elemental, kind of hoards all the treasure, and then sinks down.
Just leave the statues in the cave, please.
Leave me a couple thousand, like.
Yeah, and maybe leave some of the treasure on board. So when we get to Golden Fields to see if there are people rebuilding there.
Okay,
Gold can I carry?
so you can carry, like, if it's coins, etc. You can probably carry something like 1,000 gold. Even that is a little bit a stretch, but let's say it is possible.
There's a lot of platinum. We can carry platinum. That's worth a lot.
Yep, I agree.
I put 1,000, and my total weight is still.
Okay. So Oakenstand places the statues in a cave, kind of leans them against the wall neatly, and he places a guard, which is like a tiny bird. Tells it, like, you stay here and guards those statues, and the bird immediately starts making a nest in one of the statues, kind of the place between the shoulder and the neck. So you have a loyal guard there.
Okay. So I thank Oakenstaff and tell him that
Oakenstand.
Oakenstand. I apologize.
Oakenstaff is my evil twin, I told you.
I'm sorry. I'm very sorry, Oakenstand. I do apologize. Too many names in my head. I tell him that we'll be back for it in a few days, if that's okay.
So soon, but fine.
I really appreciate it. I asked about the Dryad friend and how she's doing.
Oh, she's recovering. She's back with nature again, so this is good. And I was told she had gone to visit a friend in Helm's Hold. He's feeling well as well.
Helm's Hold? Isn't that where we were held?
Yes. But someone there told you to go here and talk to Oakenstand.
Oh.
Yeah. He
Yeah.
died, didn't he?
I think you arranged for him to go to he turned to stone, and then you arranged for him to go to the temple.
Oh.
So.
But I will go over and nudge Rugby. Rugby, remember, you sent your girlfriend out here with the Ritz.
I was looking at my sorting.
That's
right.
No, put that away. I don't want to see that, like, so subtly.
Yeah, it will lop off one of your limbs. Be careful. Don't look at it too hard or you'll go blind.
Just hold it out. Ask for her consent first.
I'm gonna take dating advice from an evil, horrible monk.
Evil, horrible monk.
What? Who? What evil monk?
I mean, I'm nice, kind farmer, man.
Nothing wrong with her.
say to Oakenstand, I was gonna say Ent, but I don't think he's an Ent, right? It's from Lord of the Rings.
Right.
But Oakenstand, I have a question about. I asked him, if you happen to see an elven woman of Sylvan, very very deep Sylvan descent from the Shea Isles. You might have seen those. You might have encountered those types of elves. I can't remember the name right now in person, like in out of character. What the race of elves this is? I'm sure Rugby remembers. And I say, perhaps she was escorted by somebody from the Circle of Druids around the North Coast. Organization.
He thinks a little bit and says, "Oh, I think those druids got into an argument with a wizard wearing red robes, Wizard of Thigh, they said, who took up residence in the Old Owl's Well crumbling tower."
Where the Illithids are.
Excuse me, Illithids here now.
Well, maybe that's a different well I'm thinking of, but okay. Well, I mean, that's where she might have been. He did. So he was. They were arguing with these red-robed wizard. Did this argument get heated? Was fireball-y?
I don't think they had a fight. I think he invited them inside. And this is the last time that I've heard about them. Probably went for some tea or something like that.
This tea session happened probably in this red wizard's home that is in the Old Owl's Well.
Yes, indeed.
Okay, well.
Can I make some kind of check about red wizards around here?
Yeah, not
Yeesh.
from around here.
Yeah,
what do you want to do? Go for it.
Stuff.
They're really nice people. Good fashion sense.
Oh, typically.
Yeah, not so much with the stylist hair. More like the bald head with the tattoo. But still.
It's, I don't know. It's what do you suppose? Kind of check would it be history?
Roll
maybe?
history. Yeah, history makes sense.
History? Yeah. Cool. 17.
You do know that far away from here there is a realm governed by a mad wizard who calls himself the Lord of the Dead. He resurrected this massive army of undead and sent his earth, like his realm, into chaos. He was defeated eventually, and many of his people fled to the west and found themselves in the Sword Coast. These people are known as the Red Wizards, and the most powerful of them are called Zalkers, and they are quite dangerous.
And they really like necromancy.
Yes.
So
I'm not bad at that, even though I'm sure
tea.
Anders was sitting there like, do I have them on speed dial?
They like necromancy and black tea. What?
Awesome.
Yeah, so that the description that Oakenstand gave you kind of matches the description of one of those wizards.
Yeah, I don't think that wizard's a friend.
I don't see him as a foe either. He didn't do any trouble in this area. I think he just lives there.
All right.
Yeah, I turned to the group. So, heading there, right? Or do you guys have another plan?
Well, we sort of had to go there to deal with the whole tracking system thing.
Yeah, we have a
And
few days to get there.
rescue your girlfriend, who's totally not dead right now. Don't worry, I'm sure she's not dead. Very dead. Not totally dead anyway. And I'll do
Mostly-
like,
Funny. That's
Mostly
very funny,
dead.
Gavin. You're hilarious.
like,
Mostly
they're
dead.
there.
She's dead for taxes. For taxing purposes.
Tax evasion.
Well, he might have recruited her, but it's not like they turn all of their servants into undead.
You can just shut up now, Gavin. Right. Cross that bridge when we get to it.
Okay, so yeah.
Nothing, Mike.
Okay, so you gather your belonging, put some pocket money, take some pocket money, and board the Nautiloid into the general direction of the Old Owl's Well, and we'll end the session right here, and we'll investigate that area next time and see what happened to Brookvy's girlfriend.
God, what are the chances that we're gonna see this treasure ever again?
Like, yeah.
What are the chances that Rookby will forget about his girlfriend on the way there?
Pretty high.
Wait, what? We're rescuing who? What? Who's she?
There's a guy with a girlfriend?
I have a girlfriend? I don't need a girlfriend. I have this sword. Um,
Oh god.
oh my god. Yeah. Okay. So you survived the encounter with the treasure. I congratulate you. That I was afraid for the integrity of the group, but you managed to survive it. This is good. Good news.
Yeah. And I know I was only down to 14 hit points, so I was totally fine.
Yes. Yes. In no danger whatsoever.
You guys are lucky that I didn't play the orc that I played in the one session where we played different characters, because he would have killed you guys for the sword thing. I mean, that guy was like, I think his background was something like a treasure hunter or something. So, you know.
Yeah, you would have been the only one walking out of there, even after the statue curse was gone.
Oh my
Yeah.
god.
And it could have been bad if more of us failed that save.
Yes.
Florian.
Oh man.
Me failing. Come on, dex save, the one thing I'm good at. Well, I'm good at, but like one of the I just needed to roll like a 5 or a 6 to take no damage at all.
But no.
No.
Triple one on a 2d20 rolls. Guys, thank you very, very much. I'll see you in 2 weeks' time.
Sure.
Good. Have a good weekend. Enjoy yourselves.
Bye, guys.
Yeah.
Rest well.
Good one.
Bye bye.
Bye bye.
Bye bye.